$186,231. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a new record for the Palliative Care Telethon.
29th edition of the 30-hour Telethon for Palliative Care raised a record amount of over $186,000 in support of the Brockville District Hospice Palliative Care Service over the weekend. The telethon, held at the Brockville Arts Center and televised live on TV Cogeco, wrapped up at 6 p.m. Sunday evening. This year's telethon was dedicated to Richard Mr. C. Crotty, who passed away a week ago Friday. Crotty, along with Bob Crowder, Bill Heasley, Con Darling, and Margaret Knott, co-founded the telethon almost 30 years ago.
Well, $186,000 is a tremendous, absolutely tremendous total, and it takes a lot of people being generous to raise that amount of money, and this community just continues to do that. When we started, I was kind of wondering if we would, how well we were going to do this year, and when Richard Crotty passed away, I thought, gosh, we've got to dedicate. I don't care how much money we make. We got to dedicate the telethon to him, and I think a lot of people showed how much he meant to them and to the community and to the telethon. I think there was over $3,000 donated in his name, so that's outstanding.
Volunteers are an important part of the annual telethon.
Yeah, and there's lots of them. Lots of people that very quietly do a job and probably never get a thanks. I think of about 80 volunteers watching fishbowls, and there was some not great weather out there on Friday particularly, and yet they all showed up for their jobs, and we raised almost $8,000 on the fishbowls, which is great. The Brockville General Hospital Volunteer Association, I think they had something like 80 volunteers over the course of 4 days at the Thousand Islands Mall, and we're over $10,000 raised with the auction. The people that sell the stars, and then when you get to the running of the telethon, we had greeters here all weekend long. We had hosts all weekend long. We had people on the phones. So if you multiply that, there's 60 to 100 people right there, and of course all the musicians who donate their time. And I wouldn't want to add up how many that adds up to, but in 20 hours of live entertainment, you're looking at probably another 100 people that participated and helped us out for the telethon. So it takes a tremendous amount of support, and what I find is that most people want to. It's something that's dear to their hearts, and they want to.
Funds were raised through donations phoned in and brought in, through the donation fishbowls that were throughout the region, and the annual silent auction held at the Thousand Islands Mall from Thursday to Sunday. Last year, the telethon raised $175,000. All the money raised during the telethon goes to the Brockville District Hospice Palliative Care Service, which does not receive any government funding and relies on the annual telethon and donations throughout the year for their operating funds.
I think next year is going to be a special year because it's the 30th. And I know we're going to work a little extra hard to push that total over 200,000. I don't like to talk about totals because then, you don't make it. It looks like a failure. But I think that we can do that next year. And just thank you. Thank you to everybody. The people I didn't thank are the people that phoned in and made their donations. And, we get excited. Somebody phones in a $5,000 donation, you get excited with that. But you know what? Everybody that dropped a penny, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, $50, $20 into a fishbowl, or that all adds up. And I want everybody involved who gave anything to be part of this and feel that they are a part of it. Thank you. You really made it happen.
In Brockville, Dale Elliott, BNTV News.